Willys World! Willys World! Party time! Excellent! Okay. All right. Excellent.
And we're live. Will, welcome. What's going on? Cheers.
G'day, buddy. How are ya?
Good, mate. Yourself?
I'm pretty fantastic, man. It's been a pretty busy couple of weeks. Since Christmas. Well, when did I see you last? When we did with Rodney and you. That was I think that was end of November, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. Towards the end of November, even, yeah. Early December.
Yeah, might have been around the 5th or 6th. So that was like 9 weeks ago.
Something like that.
Yeah, I've been real busy, man. Just working on this cannabis stuff and laying low, going surfing and going to the gym and just trying not to party too much. My knee's really good, actually, finally. I got surgery when did I get surgery? I think it was just before I came here because I was limping then, wasn't I? Or maybe not limping.
You just came out of, you were sort of...
It was definitely post.
Your knee was still, it was still swollen and shit. So you could still see the stitches. But
it was the knee's good now. I've been going to the gym and getting on the bike a lot and surfing and it's feeling good. Just I really want to go skiing, but I got to be a bit
dangerous, right?
Got to be an adult for a little while. No, it's not dangerous.
For the knee.
Shit happens if you get hurt. Like whatever. I've been getting hurt since I was a little kid. You know,
True.
with all that kind of bullshit from back in the day. It goes with the territory.
Yeah, it does.
It's not fun living on the couch though for a while.
Yeah, no. If you got a lot of weed, you'll be fine.
Yeah, but it's a good time. Like it's one of the only really good times to have a girlfriend is when you're injured. Yeah. And especially like a girl that will look after you.
If you do it on your own, it sucks.
Oh, dude, the first time I blew my knee out, it was fucking horrible. I blew my knee out and I got stuck in my apartment here in Sydney, and it was the hottest summer and fucking record. Yeah. And I hate summer, and it was like.
Wait, you hate summer?
Oh, it's all right. I like summer, but not as much as I like winter, obviously.
Oh yeah, you're a winter dude.
I was a sponsored fucking skier for all those years.
Yeah.
But I do like, I like summer, but I like spring and autumn more because it's semi-hot and, you can deal with it. But anyways, I got stuck inside and I was kind of like Bart Simpson in that, remember when they had the pool?
Yeah.
And he was the cool guy for a while and he tried to jump out of the treehouse into the pool and he missed and broke his leg.
Oh, that's right, breaks his leg.
And then he thought that Ned Flanders was murdering his wife. And then he became crazy because he had to stay inside for like 3 or 4 months. Yeah, and one of my friends used to joke that was me for about 3 or 4 months because I literally had a brace on and I couldn't move my leg for 4 months because I did the meniscus, the ACL, and the MCL.
Fuck, you got the trifecta.
Yeah, I got the trifecta.
That's mad.
And then, oh yeah, man, fucking awesome. And then so
it's mad if you have nothing to do for 3 months.
And then but the fuck thing was I had to sleep with the fucking car with the brace on for 3 or 3.5 months.
Oh, you had to sleep with that big.
And the first earmuffs. I've got a girl with me here, and she probably doesn't need to hear this, but about a week after I'd I got surgery. I was having sex and almost blew my knee out, and I'm like mid pump, and my fucking knee just went, and I thought that it was like this was one of the most painful moments of my entire life.
Fucking hell.
And anyway, so I ended up getting stuck inside for about 3 or 4. She's that look of disgust. Sorry, you knew what you signed up for, toots. Anyways, she's embarrassed. She's gone red. Hi, Rachel. And anyway, so that was pretty horrible. I was stuck inside for I had the brace on for 3 months, and then after 3 months they moved it 1 degree for 6 weeks. So it was about 4 months with the brace on it.
Wait, so because I follow Tyson Pedro on Instagram, right? And he's done his knee again. He was about to fight. And the motherfucker's running up hills. He's jumping. It's like his knee's fine, but he's just got this massive boot around it. I don't understand.
Well, maybe it depends on what you've done to it.
I don't think he's done the I don't think he's done the trifecta.
The meniscus is the bad one because the meniscus is like once you've got no meniscus, you're fucked.
That's like the main one that runs through it, right?
No, that's not a ligament. That's more so like the blocker that kind of
right, yes.
It's absorbed. It's like a shock absorber.
Yes, that's right.
And you can never replace the meniscus. But apparently the stem cells are the future. Stem cells can help everything. I heard. As soon as I make a bit of money off all this cannabis bullshit, hopefully, fingers crossed, or I sell this TV show that I'm working on, I'm going straight to Panama.
So what's this cannabis thing you're working on?
At the moment, we're working on. We've already launched a I've opened a dispensary in California.
Oh, yeah. What's it called again?
It's called Tioga Green.
Tioga Green,
And
that's
it's
right.
at the western entrance to Yosemite National Park.
Yes, I remember this, yes.
And
just every time you say that, I'm like, fuck, man. It's blazing a doobie at the western entrance to Yosemite Park. Wow.
yeah, it's been pretty quiet, but
really?
Well, it's winter time, so it's out in a place called Lee Vining.
Oh, right.
In summer, in 3 or 4 months, there's a famous truck stop that's down the road from it, and they turn over $13 million in 4 months.
Oh, shit.
It's
Just waiting for summer.
Well, it's the second biggest tourist attraction in California.
What? Yosemite? Yeah, of course.
It's fucking massive.
What's the first one?
I think the Golden Gate Bridge. Or Disneyland. Disneyland is.
Really?
Yeah, I think
Disneyland?
So.
Yeah. Fuck, I just
5.6 million people a year go to Yosemite.
I just forgot the name of that theme park. I went to it too. What's it called?
Universal Studios.
No.
Knott's Berry Farm. Magic Mountain.
Fuck, no. Is it Magic Mountain? No. No, what's it called? Six Flags. Yeah, Magic Mountain.
Six Flags. Magic Mountain.
Fuck. I was trying to remember the name of it. I was like, fuck.
My auntie lives in Bakersfield. My uncle used to be a colonel in the Air Force at Edwards Air Force Base, which is up in Kern County, which is probably about 2 and a bit hours northeast of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And that's where all my American family lives. My dad's sister she's Australian, but she moved to America in the 60s. She's about 20 years older than my dad.
Yeah, right.
And she married this Air Force colonel, and so for many, many years we used to go to Bakersfield, and it's a funny little place, but we always used to go to Magic Mountain like all the time, and the Viper, and like it's been in so many famous movies. One time I went there, and it was during the National Cheerleading Championships, and they had a day where they all went there for the day, right? And there's all these girls there. I must have been like 16 or 17. And I was gawking at a girl, my cousin, who's covered in tattoos, and he went to school with Korn, and yada. He's like a pretty OG dude.
Went to school with Korn?
Yeah, well, they're from Bakersfield.
Fuck.
And
hang on. Your cousin went to school with like all of them, all 4 of them?
I don't know if it was all 4 of them, but
at least a couple. Yeah, right.
A few of them. There's a lot of musical talent. Fucking Buck Owens, old school. You know who that is? Country singer. He's from Bakersfield. It was like where a lot of the old mafia guys from the West Coast used to go hide there.
I've heard Bakersfield so many times.
Wrath. The Grapes of Wrath was one of the great American novels was written about there. Right. The Dust Bowl of 40. I don't know if it was 46. Might have been earlier. I don't know. I haven't read The Grapes of Wrath since I was a little kid. But
I'm not going to say I've tried because I don't even know the book. So.
Oh well, it's a very famous book. It's about the Jesuits that come to the West Coast and the Dust Bowl and yada yada, and they all settle in Kern County. But yeah,
was it true? True story?
I think it's fiction. I'm not 100% sure.
But
interesting. It's an interesting place.
Yeah, right.
A lot of people look at it like it's a shithole, and it is a bit of a shithole. It's an oil town. It's an agricultural county, and basically the California Aqueduct, which is one of it's probably the 8th engineering feat of what do they call it? The 8th engineering wonders of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason that the NorCal people hate the SoCal people is because the SoCal people took all the water from up north.
Mm-hmm.
And so they built the California Aqueduct, which runs from near Mount Shasta up north of Redding,
right,
all the way down into the basin of where Los Angeles and runs all the way down to the Inland Empire, because that's all arid desert, you know. Obviously, there's nice areas around Malibu
out where 6 it was fucking dry and hot, man.
Oh, it's dry. It's all desert.
But you know when I when I went there, I was with my wife on holiday.
Fantastic.
And
how long have you been married for now?
2.5 years.
Oh, nice.
3 years in July. Yeah.
We have to do a trip to California together, maybe this summer.
Mate, I fucking love California, man.
California's rad. I like it in small doses.
No. I
don't want to live there, though.
You know, when we went, we did 3 weeks, right? We went LA, so we stayed in West Hollywood. So we stayed in the Mondrian across the road from the Comedy Store. Literally just got baked and went to comedy every night. And then we went to Chicago. Yeah, fucking.
I've never been to Chi-Town. I've been to I've been to the airport a bunch of times.
Oh no, man. Hang on, I went to Colorado first. So I went to Denver, Colorado. We stayed in Denver for like
a Mile High City.
Yeah, like 4 or 5 days.
Did you join the Mile High Club?
No, fuck, man. I went to every fucking possibility.
But you obviously probably had sex with your wife in Denver, so you technically joined the Mile High Club.
Yeah.
Because it's the Mile High City.
And the answers, fucking.
You go see a Nuggets game?
No, there was nothing on that time.
Different time, wrong time of year.
Summer, it was baseball. We saw baseball in Chicago.
Oh, how boring is baseball?
No, it's good.
I fell asleep.
No, I like it. No, but the in Denver, fuck, man, Denver's crazy. Like with the weed.
Is it, What's the team? It's not the
Denver Nuggets, right?
No, the Denver Nuggets is the NBA team. The Avalanche is the
Baseball.
The Avalanche is the ice hockey team, I think. What's the I don't know what the baseball team is.
Nope.
That might be a Google search. I'm curious.
Well, what was I fucking saying? Denver, Colorado. Yeah, fuck, when I went to Denver, no, sorry, Six Flags. We went to Six Flags, Will. I took edibles. I got those THC mints because I was walking in. I put a couple of joints in my cigarette packet. I rolled them up, and they went through the cigarettes. And they go, sorry, you can't bring these in. I'm like, fuck, what do you mean? I'm in fucking California, man. I'm in the land of the free. I'm in America. I can't bring my weed into a theme park. She's not. Went and dropped the joints back in the car. I grabbed those mints. They're 20 milligrams each. Just whacked them. Walked in, showed them a packet again. And I went on every single fucking ride. I'm not even joking. My missus was waiting half the time because she was too scared to go on. I was on one, man. You start like...
The Goliath, it's called.
Fuck, bro.
It's the biggest roller coaster in the world.
No, but you start laying down and then it takes you up. Then you go backwards and then you end up looking at your death for like fucking a minute straight. It's the scariest shit in the world.
It's like the best theme park on planet Earth.
Man.
I love that place.
I think I may have got a few heart palpitations that day.
Dude,
I felt it skip a
My
beat.
dad loves fucking roller coasters. And when I was a kid, we used to go... We probably didn't go. We go twice a year to California.
Yeah,
and we probably went to Six Flags probably every second year because we probably been there maybe 10 times.
Yeah, because it's old, eh?
It's old. Yeah, it's been there since the 80s,
90s, yeah, 80s
or 70s, even maybe the late 70s.
Because a lot of the movies in the 90s used it as part of their...
fucking True Romance is there. They do the scene where they're on the...
That's
where
right.
Christian Slater's talking to the other dude that... It's been, and I think that
Mighty Ducks or something. One of those kids movies.
Mighty Ducks, and then I think also maybe Beverly Hills Cop 3 might have been filmed there.
Okay.
But it was called something. Uncle Dave, do the Okie Dokie Shuffle. I fucking love.
Oh, bro.
They're releasing another Coming to America.
Hey, I'm waiting
can't
for this. Did you watch the new Bad Boys?
The royal penis is clean, sir.
Your Highness. Your Highness. Did you watch the new Bad Boys?
Yes, I did actually. I thought it was funny, but I thought it was past that doobie. I thought it was.
That looked like it's pre-rolled from a store. Look at it.
It does. You've done a good job.
That's the fucking master right there.
Did you roll that? Good hustle.
Fucking oath I did.
Fucking oath I did.
I'm known as the. I'm pretty good with my rolls. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you roll inside out?
What do you mean inside out?
Inside out. It's like the best way to roll. So.
What? I'll put the sticky side away from me.
Yeah.
That way?
Inside out.
Yeah, that's the way I roll. I don't know. I don't know the technicalities to it. I just make sure it burns.
Yeah, it burns
long
better then.
and slow, and it gets you. That's the point of it, right? Anyways, back to the American trip. Fucking I got to see a bit of America, but we went through Colorado, then went to Chicago. Chicago is unbelievable. I'd recommend going fucking any time of the year. Don't go in winter.
Fuck that, minus 40 with fucking 100
fucking cold,
crazy
man.
winds are coming off the Great
You got to
Lakes.
see. My mates send me. I got friends that live there. That's why I go there, man. It's mad. We stay with them. It's good. We have a good time. They send me photos of winter.
It's all about having the good homie and the good hookup.
Yeah, you have to, man.
Makes
you have
a big
to
difference.
go to the baseball with them, the bar, the pub, and all
and
that
they
stuff.
enjoy showing them their city.
Yeah. We went to bars. So we went to the baseball. I went a few years ago, and I went to Chicago for the first time, and we went to the baseball game and we tailgated. I don't know if you've fucking tailgated before. You literally rock up and you're drinking. You're fucking getting wasted in the car park, and then you go into the game. So we did that for a good hour. The walk in and the baseball, it's boring as shit. It's like cricket, right? It's like fucking. It's like the American cricket. He's gonna sit there for fucking 4 hours and watch cunts hit a ball.
Hot dog from Maine to San Diego playing softball.
I'll give it to the Americans though. They do like the baseball's like a Tuesday night, and it went Chicago Stadium, Wrigley Stadium. It's like in the middle of Wrigley Field. It's in the middle of the fucking road. It's awesome. But when he parked the car,
Chicago Cubs.
Chicago fucking NBA, NFL's fucking, they love it there. But we parked, walking to the baseball, and he takes us to this neighborhood bar. So imagine you're walking through the suburbs, and there's just a fucking bar on the corner. You just go and sit, like an old school bar. They've got a popcorn machine. It's all just old fucking taps. It's everything. It's awesome.
America's got everything you could ever want. I love America. I fucking love America. I've spent a lot of my life there. I've got family there. I've skied there a lot. Lived in Mammoth, and obviously that's how we ended up opening the weed dispensary. It was with my friend that I used to compete with. My friend, shout outs to Corey Zyler.
Corey Zayler.
Corey Zayler. He was the best, pretty much the best big mountain skier in the world. And then he partied a little too hard and got hurt. And
Shit.
we had a lot of friends die back. A few friends die in comps, and you do crazy shit. Crazy shit happens, man. It's just the ramifications of your actions.
Yeah, if I can imagine a comp staying away. Fuck, man. So I've never been good with snow. I went when I was a kid and I hurt myself. And it was
Where'd you go to Perisher or Threadbow?
Oh, I can't remember. I think Threadbow. The oldies took me.
Threadbow's better.
Yeah, I don't know. I love it. I do like snow, but fuck. I actually saw snow in the Rockies when we went to Colorado. It's fucking middle of summer. If you go high enough, there's all snow still. Actually, I got pulled over in the Rockies. I was doing like 50 miles an hour. And policeman pulls me over. I've got literally like weed in. I should have smoked.
She's never smoked weed before. Should we film it? That would be funny.
No,
I'm dying.
I haven't seen someone smoke for the first time in a long time. Like, it's been a while. When I was young.
Remember, I was really, really high. And then he falls into the slushy. Apparently that movie didn't get made properly. Dave Chappelle apparently was really depressed about that movie because...
Well, it was good.
It was a fantastic movie, but apparently they cut, like the cut that they did wasn't like they originally scripted it. Apparently it was meant to be a bit more, I don't know, necessarily raunchy, but a bit more like... Yeah. I don't know, a bit more stoner-like.
Talk a bit closer to the mic.
Same thing happened. Same thing happened with Bill and Ted. That they're making a Bill and Ted 3.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
What the fuck? Yes, Keanu Reeves. Like, that guy's the biggest pimp on planet Earth. Like, that guy's a fucking legend. Sorry,
you're just holding it like it's a fucking microphone.
I'm bogarting.
They need to safeguard the doobie, man.
Like Humphrey Bogart.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, man, but America is a pretty cool place.
Can I grab another beer? Is that all right?
Go for it, man, yeah. I don't think we want that. If we keep talking more shit. Yeah, so you were saying before you're heading off to Dubai tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to Dubai.
So what's the story? What's the story of Dubai?
Well, I'm going to stay with a friend of mine who I met how long ago? Maybe 4 or 5 years ago when I was living in Maribel in France, and he was friends with my friend Dominique, whose father used to be a big hash dealer in Turkey. Oh yeah. And that movie, is it the Grand Bazaar, or is it? I think it's called the Grand
Hotel?
Bazaar. No, it's about the American guy that gets done and goes to prison in Turkey for selling hash, for buying hash. It's like a really famous movie. I think it might be called the Grand Bazaar, but
Did it come out recently?
No, this is old. This is
really
old.
old?
Yeah, old.
Oh, okay, I'll think of a different movie.
Anyways, her father was the main guy, and well, I shouldn't probably say that on record, but whatever. The father was. She'll never watch this. The father was the guy that sold him the hash, right? And he ended up blah blah blah. He did what he did, and he's a pirate from back in the day, and he ended up moving to Turkey, and now he owns a big yacht rental place in Bodrum.
Oh shit, in Turkey.
In Turkey, right? And so one of her family friends is this very well off there. One of the biggest hotel families in Turkey. Yeah. And so they're worth,
you're going to stay with them.
Well, yeah, my mate lives on the Palm. He lives in the Palms, on the Palm Islands.
Sweet.
I've got a pretty crazy story about Mr. Seamus. Anyways, he's probably like maybe 6'3", 6'4", and he's got this big beard, and he's a funny dude, and I can still drink a lot, but back then I was drinking a lot more because it's a ski town lifestyle. You smoke lots of pot, you
drink lots of beer,
drink lots of booze. It's not good for you. And we call it, back in the day, the Frenchies. Je parle très bien français, c'est ma deuxième langue. I speak French fluently.
No way.
Yeah.
I know. I learned when I went to France. I had to learn bits and pieces. I got the best. So I learned l'addition s'il vous plaît for the bill.
Yeah, l'addition s'il vous plaît.
Yeah. Oh fuck! You do it so. It's so much love in it, right? You should just talk French all the time.
Oh yeah.
You wouldn't just.
I was dating this fucking Instagram model years ago, and she's like, she found out that I spoke French, and she goes, "Why do you speak French? We live in Australia. We speak English here." I was like, "Oh, I think we broke up after that." But anyways, back to the crazy story, right? So we're in France, and we're in Maribel. Oh, this
I can't believe what I just heard.
This story is fucking pretty funny. Anyway, so we're in the bar, and earlier in the night, I think the night before, we had a launch party for these 2 movies that my friend Corey Stanton made for Armada Skis, and my other friend Bastian had a ski shop in Marybelle, and so we balling on a budget, and him and I we had a fucking movie premiere for these 2 movies, and there was an American movie, but we were just showing it at this bar in France in this ski resort that I lived in, and so the first night. I tell him, I can fucking out drink you. Like, yeah. He's like, okay, yeah, you can try. Anyways, fuck, man, we went to the bar and I tried to buy it. We went to this place called LDV, and there's this band called Bring Your Sisters, and they play every Wednesday. And then when they play this certain song, everybody in the bar gets naked. Everybody.
What?
Everybody in the bar gets naked. There's some people keep their clothes on, but like you're in the
Pass the mic.
Anyway, so that first night we go out, we party.
Everyone gets naked.
And then, so we have this crazy night. And then the next night we go out again. And this guy can fucking drink it. I'm like, oh, and I was like, my liver was hurting so bad. So this next night we go out. And the night before it all started, we're at LDV. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to buy you a shot of tequila. And he's like, okay. He's like, what do you want? I'm like, I'm going to get Cafe Patron. So I asked for 2 shots. And he's like, no, I pay. I'm like, whatever. He's like, no, I pay. And he ended up buying 2 bottles of it, but they wouldn't sell us the bottles. They would only sell it as 12 euros a shot. Oh. He paid like 600-700 euros for 2 bottles, just as whatever. And
they're worth
right?
nothing, right? Like 30.
He just got hit, but he's a good guy, right? And then anyways, the next night comes, and we're fucking we had probably 4. We're shouting a lot of people booze. And we had about 3 or 4 bottles of Moe and a Moet or whatever you want to fucking call it. And then and we had a couple of bottles of tequila. And anyways, I've been drinking for fucking 2 days and I was so blacked out drunk. And anyways, my brother comes up to me. I'm fucking wasted. And my little brother Harley comes up to me with a Jaeger bomb. He goes, how drunk are you out of a scale of 1 to 10? I go, probably about a 7. And he goes, you're a pussy. You won't fucking skull this. And he gives me the fucking Jaeger bomb. And I'm like, fuck. And he's like, fuck. And I'm a competitive person, especially with drinking. Yeah. So I'm just like, fuck it.
As
so
you do.
I scull the fucking Jaeger bomb. And I'm like, my stomach is churning. Anyways, everyone's yelling. And then my other friend, Seamus, comes over with the fucking bottle of champagne. He's like, drink it. I'm like, no. Everyone's yelling. There's 20, 30. Everyone's screaming. Anyways, I grab the bottle and the bubbles hit my guts.
Oh, it's all up.
And I fucking start projectile vomiting, right? And so I'm projectile vomiting under the bar.
Yeah, because
my little brother, right? My little brother Harley sees me projectile vomiting under the bar, and all the bartenders don't see because they're all over here on that side of the bar. And I'm just behind a pillar, and I'm puking and puking and puking. And then my little brother sees that I'm dying.
Help me.
And the bartenders are starting to look what's going on. Anyways, my brother distracts him and he's clapping his hands and being the fucking wingman from God. My little brother's a good kid. And he's fully looking out for me because he doesn't, we go to this bar all the time and these guys know me quite well. They don't want to, he didn't want me to look bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's clapping his hands and taking their attention away. And I come up and I'm like, oh, it's okay. I'm okay. And I look at the bartenders and I've got puke from my face 2.5, 3 feet onto the bar stool. And it's coming down my face. Anyways, so my brother, they clean me up and they're like, oh, you got to leave. Anyway, so I go outside, right? And there's this, out the front of the bar is this huge pool that's in the 5-star hotel that's right next door.
Yeah.
And it's covered in one of those pool mats.
Yeah.
And anyways, in this old ski movie back in the day, Shane McConkey runs across the whole thing, right? And I'm fucking 9, 10 sheets to the wind, right? And anyways, I go outside and my little brother's cleaning up my fucking puke because he's such a good dude.
Well,
anyways, they come inside. The bartender, I don't remember doing this. The bartenders come and get him and they go, Harley, we don't care. We'll clean that up. You need to come get your brother. Anyways, I was outside. There's 50 people, 100 people around me. And I'm naked. And I'm screaming at everybody. Going, yeah. And I'm about to run across the fucking thing, right? And I didn't end up doing it. My little brother fucking saved me. But anyways, the next day I found out that if you did it, they'd charge you like a couple of grand. Like it's like someone had done it, and it was like previous fucking story. Anyways, I'd met this girl there in the night, and she's talking to me. And I'm standing there naked,
covered in spew.
Like my little brother's put a fucking towel around me. And he can't find my clothes because I stashed them really well because I was drunk and I'm like, oh, look at this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm standing there trying to flirt with this girl, and I'm fucking shit faced and I'm naked with a towel wrapped around me, and I'm standing there just trying to chat shit with this chick, and then Seamus comes out. He's like, and my brother convinced me that he was so drunk that because I wasn't going to go to bed, right?
Yeah.
I was like, fuck you, I want to get that.
Oh, you're ready to rock.
I wanted to get that. No, I just wanted to get the chick. That's what I wanted to do. I'm like on the mission, you know what I mean? And I'm shit-faced drunk. So my little brother pretends that he's too drunk and makes me take him home, right? And I lived in this really crazy, weird house that was in the middle of town, and it was built into the side of the mountain, and you had to walk down this long fucking spiral concrete staircase.
Yeah.
And my two friends were fighting, and they fucking hit the wall, and they fell down the stairs. And then anyways, my brother gets me back into the house, and finally I'm like so drunk, and he just picks me up, goes sober, and picks me up and throws me like halfway across the room, and I land on the bed that I was like on the floor where my little brother was sleeping in the lounge room. Yeah. And he's like, and I'm like, fuck you, and I'm so drunk, and I'm like, oh. Anyways, I ended up just passing out from falling asleep.
Hell.
And I wake up the next day, and I'm like, what the fuck what happened last night? And then it gets recounted, or not, it gets told to me what happened, right?
Yeah, fuck, man.
And fuck, I didn't go back to that bar for like 3 or 4 days. And when I finally went back,
3 or 4 days. I want to go back for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, but it's fucking hard because there's only 5 bars. There's a circuit of bars that you go to, right? There's only 15 bars in the whole place.
Go to the other 14. You've just literally thrown yourself up naked, trying to fucking run across some fucking shit. Fucking hell. 3 or 4 days.
Maybe,
hey guys, I'm back.
Maybe 5 days.
Oh fuck, it's that kind of again.
But fuck it was pretty funny. But anyways, my friend. Mad. So I'm going to stay with my mate. He lives on the Palms in Dubai. We're flying tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
And
hang on 1 second. How was this guy linked to that story again?
Because he was the dude that gave me the champagne.
Oh, that's right.
When I puked.
Yeah, you know what? It's trying to skull shit. There's an art to it, right?
No.
You've got to tilt the bubbles away and get the drink.
Totally,
like,
but I'd just done the Jaeger bomb, and then I was already.
Regardless.
I was almost ready.
It was here.
And then, as soon as those bubbles hit your guts, especially when you've been drinking out of it, it forms like a beer.
Especially if it's a bit warm.
Oh, it wasn't warm. It was just full of bubbles because everyone had been sculling out of it.
Yeah.
Well, everyone's you don't normally.
All you need at your state would just be a nice sip of water, and someone hands you a half fucking sip.
It was just in that time frame. But the funny part was like I literally got up from the bar stool and was like, there was a drool of puke down to the.
Yeah, that's fucked. I hate spewing.
Oh, dude,
I actually hate
projectile vomiting is so gnarly. It's like The Shining.
It's fucked, eh?
Oh, dude, I got salmonella once in Vancouver, downtown Van, and
What'd you eat?
I ate a buffalo chicken sandwich from the downtown Subway not on Granville Street. It was on
the Subway franchise.
Oh yeah. I don't know if it was on Seymour Street or
reheated chicken. I just can't.
Anyways, this Indian. It was this Indian kid, and he didn't put the chicken didn't cook it properly, right? I had to I was staying in this ghetto hostel on the top bunk, and I had to run 50 meters, and then another 50 meters, and then another 20 meters to get to the bathroom, right? It was a really big, long, fucking curvy, weird-ass hallway.
Yeah.
And I basically had projectile diarrhea and vomit at the full...
Both sides.
It felt like I was getting probed by aliens.
Man, my wife, we were coming back from the South Coast. We went for Christmas. We go every year. Yeah. The whole family goes. We had to come back for the fires. On the way back, we had that lunch, man. The kid was losing it. We pulled into fucking... Where were we? It was like Campbelltown, man. Middle of nowhere. We go to a bakery.
There's a few chromosomes missing from that.
Well, a few. There's a fucking ton, man. Special place there. I legit walked past a store that was just complete rip-offs of everything. No shame. There wasn't like G-Story. It was like complete G-Star, Gucci, Burberry. The fucking... They went and they just sell it like it's normal. Fully fakes. Anyways, go to a little bakery and my wife gets a pie, steak and mushroom pie, and I get some pork roll, and she eats in the car on the way home, and she starts feeling sick. Mate, that night she projectile vomited. This fucking pie must have had something in it. Poor woman, mate. She had to go to hospital at 2 a.m, and I've never seen someone projectile vomit like up close. You know what I mean?
You've never done it yourself?
Never done it myself. I've seen it in movies, but I've never really like. But when it's like right there, it's like, whoa, bro, turn that fucking tap off, man. That's
so black.
It's full on, yeah, and it's uncontrollable.
Oh,
and she's just like, oh, I'm like, fuck, what do I do?
You can't do anything. It's just on the floor.
Yeah, bro, legit.
Just like
it was. I felt so sorry
going.
for her, man. I actually wanted to go and piss on that fucking bakery. I swear to God, man, it was so shit.
Horrible.
Yeah, it was fucked. But you just reminded me when I went to Vegas. I have a bad experience with Fireball. This is why I don't drink the stuff anymore. Legit, I
love Fireball. Shout outs to the Fireball Australia dudes.
Oh no, I love it, man. I love it. But this night I was at Marquee, and I'm at the bar.
With the Lebo Cuzzies?
No. Me and my mate
Saturday night, it's Parramatta at the...
No. Me and my mate booked a last minute trip. His brother was already...
Oh, you're in Vegas, not in Sydney.
Vegas.
Sorry.
No, Vegas. No, not Sydney. Fuck, I don't go in Sydney.
Oh, okay, good. Oh,
fucking, in Vegas.
I've been there before, I think, the one in Vegas.
Which Marquee?
Yeah.
No, Marquee in Vegas is sick. It's massive.
And then there's the other one. What's it called? Tao, I think.
Tao. Yeah, there's a few, man. We went to a couple of clubs there. It was good. Omnia was really good.
Did you go in the summer when it was like? Did you go to the beach club and
stuff?
Yeah. I've never done that.
Encore day. We went to Encore day and night. It was good. It was just full on, man. Like it was just fucking non-stop. But in Marquee, I'm at the bar. Me and my mate go to get a drink. And I see this massive fucking black dude. I've had probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 drinks. So I'm into it, you know. This massive dude looks like a basketball player, and I go up to him, what's going on? He's like, yeah, what's up? Blah blah blah. I go from Sydney. I go, you play ball? He says, yeah. He's playing for some sort of college Cleveland team at the time. He's in Sweden at the moment now. I still keep in contact with him.
That's cool how you've been random people traveling.
Yeah, but
because in America, not many. If you got an Aussie accent and you just go talk to people, they'll talk to you.
Yeah.
If you're American. Or I don't know, but a lot of it, they're not. Oh yeah, no.
I don't know. It was just at the time we were just having a few drinks. So I'd walk up, and we just started getting into it. And at the time, I was a huge drinker, man, big drinker. I've slowed down heaps since I started smoking weed.
How long have you been smoking weed for?
Ooh, a couple of years.
Really?
Not long.
What was this? Oh, anyways, tell me the story and then I'll ask you that question.
Yeah, so we're at the bar and we started, I go, man, I'll drink you under the table, no problem. And I used to drink like double Grey Goose on the rocks with lime. That's it. And that was my drink.
No mixer?
Nothing, just straight. Fucking, I'll still drink it. I love it.
You don't even put soda water with it?
Ice, just lime, ice, vodka. So I go, this is my drink. I go, what's yours? He goes, Fireball. I said, fuck, all right. I said, how about we get a vodka on the rocks and we'll just wash it down with a Fireball? He goes, all right. I thought I was, Mr. Big Shoes, right? We go through about 5 rounds, and I think at 4 or 5 things black out, man. I don't remember much.
Well, the Fireball is real easy to drink 5 shots.
It's easy, but then the vodka straight, like double.
Oh, totally.
Boom,
but
boom, boom.
That Fireball will sneak up on you.
Yeah. Oh, the Fireball's what got me, man.
Because when you drink tequila, you know you're going to get fucked up.
Tequila's a bad thing. I've had bad moments on tequila, but Fireball, I didn't expect it. I'm like, yeah, it's Big Red. It just tastes like Big Red, the chewing gum, right? Anyways, I put this away.
That's a good example.
I wish cinnamon. I still... Yeah, that's what it tastes like. And I hate fucking Big Red. And I'm drinking this stuff going, fuck, man, I despise this taste. But then it started to taste good. After the 3rd one, I was like, yeah, all right, fuck, let's keep going. And I don't remember much after the 5th. But I wish I had the messages still, because I was messaging my mate the most outrageous things. It was didn't actually make any fucking sense. But anyways, he's looking for me for about 3 hours. And mind you, I had taken one of the guys that his brother was friends with, taking his bag to go to the toilet, right?
Yeah.
So in America, they're only selling your balls. They're not selling your fucking, So I've got the whole thing. I've gone to the bathroom, and I'm carrying the thing, and I've gone missing for 2 or 3 hours. And my mate's calling, messaging. Anyways, cut a long story short, he finds me sitting behind the DJ booth like this, almost in the fetal position, trying to message. And he grabs me by the ear. He goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I have to find the photo, man. There's a photo of all like me and the black dude, and I'm sitting there, and I've got they got those marquee fucking glow stick thingies. Yeah. I'm sitting there, and I fucking look like I've lost the plot. I'm fucked. I'll go to bed, man. Wake up the next day, legit, just laying on my back in the clothes I went out in. Don't remember fucking nothing up until what I just told you.
Do you ever
Crazy.
do the random sleep thing?
What random sleep thing?
Just like when you're like you'll just fall asleep somewhere and then wake up and you got second wind. Like when you're partying on a bender.
Yeah. I've had 2 hangovers in the same day. I've
really?
started really, really early, like 9 a.m. start, and then by like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I'm like, fuck, I'm fucked. You know, you get the headaches. You just get that.
When I did the launch party for Ballin' on a Budget 10 years ago, right? We had a Halloween party at the Art House.
Yeah.
With probably about 1,000 people, and we spent.
Wait, Art House. Fuck,
the Art House
is
huge.
George Street. Is it George Street?
Yeah. No. Pitt Street. Near the. Anyways, I won't talk about that. That place. But anyway, so we had this big launch party. We had a Halloween themed lingerie competition, and we went to Sydney Props, and I spent like 10 grand, and I lost a bunch of money, but I had a hell good night. We had a fucking amazing night.
Yeah.
Anyway, so my friends, we had to clean up the Art House before we could fuck off, you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, I had like 6 or 7 people with me, and I hadn't been drinking a lot. I drank a bit at the beginning, but then my friend gave me some fucking Molly, and I took it. And anyways, I ended up having to drive everybody home.
Oh no!
And then I drove back to the Art House. I cleaned up the whole place by myself with my other WOG friend who wasn't doing fucking anything.
Shout out to the WOGs. Woo!
Yeah, he's a funny motherfucker. I took him out. He was standing there with with one of the big heads on, the big skull heads, and he's like being a dickhead. And you know how you have the trolley thing that you move everything around with?
Yeah.
He couldn't see anything, and I just fucking flinged it at him and took out his legs and just ate fucking shit. So this is the beginning this is one of the craziest days of my life. So we do that, and I clean up, and then I drive back to Mona Vale, pick up my other friends, and they came at like 9 o'clock, and they were like, "Oh, I'm sorry that we were sleeping," and I was like a bit pissed off, and I was like, "Whatever, it's all good." And we lost like 6. Anyways, we lost a bunch of money. But that day I was going to the Arias, right? Yeah. And the Arias were at at the Opera House, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so I went with my mate who I used to run this magazine with called Apollo, and we went did media shit there and yada yada.
Yeah.
Anyway, so my other WOG friend, Mike, was staying at the Four Seasons, right? So he came to the fucking gig with us. And so I go there, and I haven't slept all night, right? And so I go there, and I go to the Four Seasons, and we have some food by the pool, and I went for a swim and shit. And then we go, and we got a limo from the Four Seasons to the Opera House, right? Yeah. And so we do the Aria the Aria red carpet shit, because we had the platinum. I had a fucking crazy night that night, man. I was blacked out. I've been partying all night. I was still high on ecstasy. And anyway, so I sold John Butler some hash on the fucking on the red carpet. He's just like, "You don't have black hash." I'm like, I had a few grams on me.
Black hash?
From some Lebanese or Moroccan style.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like a dark brown.
Yeah.
I bought some in Rome off a Moroccan dude.
Yeah, well, that's where it all comes from.
Yeah.
And anyway,
good stuff, really nice.
So I'm having this crazy night, and I'm like fucking 3-fisting because it's free alcohol, and free alcohol is my Achilles heel. I'm triple fisting. I stole Bob Catter's hat. I put it on me, and I was pissed off Aaron McNaught. I snuck into the weather. I was did all this stupid shit. But anyways, I'm having this crazy night. I'm blacked out. Anyways, in my fucking blacked out stupor, I decide that I need to sleep. So I go for a mission up into the top of the Opera House. No bullshit. And I find a fucking kitchen. And I crawl into the fucking cupboard in the kitchen and close the cupboard.
But you still off your
and
head,
I fall asleep in the cupboard, right?
On Molly?
This is art. Okay, I've been partying. This is a bender, right? This is the second day.
Okay.
And so anyway, so I don't know how this happened because I don't remember crawling into the cupboard, but I remember waking up. And so this cook comes to open the closet of the pantry, and there I am asleep in the fucking pantry.
Can't would have had a heart attack.
And she fucking flipped the fuck out, dude. Because I'm I'm hiding in the kitchen, up in the fucking shit, right? And as I wake up, I'm like, oh fuck, second wind, and then I fucking disappeared.
Wow.
But it saved me because I must have been asleep for an hour or so.
Yeah, that's funny as bro.
That was pretty funny. Yeah, totally. I don't know. It was like at the back, like way up the top of the Opera House, like on kind of behind that, like where that last kitchen. Anyways, that was a while ago. It's actually pretty big. The Opera House.
It's awesome. I actually saw Above and Beyond acoustic at the Opera House. Man, I smoked the fattest fucking joint I've ever rolled. Me and my mate. Shout out to my mate Brendan. Man, we just literally, it was unbelievable, man. The acoustics in that room are just phenomenal. Takes it to a whole nother level. Love Above and Beyond.
Yeah, I saw Russell Brand there.
Oh, Russell
and
Brand.
he jumped
before the transition, or like before like the switch from fucking like back in the day Russell, or current Russell?
Back in the day. This is only 3 years ago, but yeah, he switched over. Like he was still. Anyways, he was raunchy as fuck. He like jumped. I had like these seats that was for my birthday. My mum got them.
Yeah.
And I took this broad with me, and we were sitting like over the top of the because the seating goes back further, so you like sit over the top of where they perform.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
Yeah, sort of hanging over a bit.
Yeah. So it's like, and you're like, I'm to the side, his left side, right, like in perfect line with him.
Yeah.
And it was really interesting. Anyways, he climbed into the crowd, and he was climbing up the banisters, and he like made out with random chicks, and then he made out with this dude that was in a wheelchair, and like it was fun. It was pretty.
He's funny, man.
He was very like avant-garde. He's a dandy.
He's very brash.
Yeah, he's pretty intelligent. He's an interesting dude.
He's like Jimmy Carr, similar intelligence. Quite smart, but he's a little bit deeper. Russell Brand. I don't know.
He's really good at recalling other people's stuff. I don't know if he has. Yeah. But again, yeah. I haven't listened to his podcast a lot.
Yeah, he sort of got real. He's sort of he's hard into the jiu-jitsu, into all the yoga, the spiritual stuff. He's changed. That's what I was meant when he was like.
He's got that obsessive compulsive personality. Yeah, that's why he was a drug addict that needed needed fame. But
you know what? He was on Rogan.
He was on
Rogan a few times. He's pretty well spoken, man.
He's extremely
for a guy who's done a few fucking benders, to say the least. The movie Get Him to the Greek, man, fuck me dead. That was
Forgetting
classic.
Sarah Marshall was awesome too.
That was one of his best. I loved both of them.
I didn't think Getting to the Greek was that good. I thought it was alright. No, it was alright. I liked it, but I thought
him and Jonah Hill together were good.
I thought Sarah Marshall was better. I thought there was like Albert Snow, like he's like Jonah Hill's funny. Yeah. And he got skinny, and then no one liked him, so he got fat again.
Yeah, swear to God, eh?
What a funny dude.
Fucking hell.
He made that movie, the skate movie in the 90s about the 90s kids.
Not Dogs of Dogtown.
No, not Lords of Dogtown. No.
Which one?
That's it's a movie that came out in the last couple of years.
In the 90s, though?
Yeah. The Nicole, I don't know if I don't know what the last name. This pro skater kid, it plays one of the main roles.
Yeah, right.
That rides I don't want to quest. I don't think he rides for Spring. I don't know.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
Well, back to
yeah, what were you gonna say?
To you said before, I switched from alcohol to weed. Man,
what did your parents think? That was what I wanted to ask you before. What did your parents like? Why did you only just recently start smoking?
To be honest, I worked in a club for a little bit. Did a little bit of partying when I was younger.
What club did you work at?
I worked at the Roxy, Parramatta.
Oh, in Para.
And I worked in Dragonfly for a little bit.
Where's that?
Dragonfly was in the Cross. The old or the tunnel. The old tunnel that turned into Dragonfly that went back to tunnel.
So do you know Jay Dwight?
Jay Dwight?
Yeah.
Jay Dwight?
He's like a black dude that's like a hell diva. Like the MC there and Kwame. They like MC'd it there at the bank.
What year? The bank?
Maybe.
Nah.
And what was the other one you said?
And the whole Cross is shut down. It's been closed for years, man. Like there's nothing.
That place is evil, man.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked.
I used to put up street posters for a job for about on and off for a year or two, kind of thing, for a friend, for an old mate of mine. And I remember going through there at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning on a fucking Tuesday or Wednesday morning, right?
It's bad, eh?
So even 4 in the morning, right? Because it depended on the run we'd do. Because we'd do from the city all the way to Parramatta. And it's interesting. Like I'd put up, I'd put up fucking paste up shit and just stickers and stuff like that. So it was fun. It was
Cross was man.
But it's a fucking evil. You get that fucking evil vibe.
Yeah,
from it.
It is a bit evil, right? It's just
don't know. There's some
At the time, it was just fucking filthy. It was full on. There was just a lot of shit going on there. That's why it's probably a good thing that it shut down. But man, I had some I actually saw a lot of shit. Did you
Rodney
hear the story?
could tell you some stories about that
man,
place.
Rodney's got stories. But did you hear the story about those 2 guys that got bashed to death at the front of a club, Trademark? It was fucking years ago, man. It's probably 10 years ago, over. I don't know if you remember. Two dudes, they were trying to get in, they were smashed, and then the security guard bashed them. It's a big story. Fucking, I don't know. I saw the whole thing full on. I was sitting on the balcony having a cigarette.
Security guards in Australia are fucked. In France, like as an example, right? I had a friend of mine who's French. He's French Moroccan, right?
Yeah.
And he was one night we were out, and he went off at the security guard from Sin City. Yeah, on the Goldie, because the dude was a fuckwit, right? He was being a dickhead, right?
Sin City.
Anyway, but he's like in France, like this would never, because in France you're a doorman, right? You wear a suit. You obviously you're there you have to fight if you have to. But like I remember once I was at what the fuck's that place called in Manly? I can't remember the name of it. Anyways, it's like a nightclub in Manly.
Hugo's?
No, not Hugo's. It's like a bar. Anyways, I was at fucking that spot, and I was walking up between the levels, and one of the bouncers had like MMA sparring gloves on.
What?
Yeah, like
wait, hey, what?
He had like gloves, like
go fuck yourself.
Yeah, like he had the real thin one, like.
Ah, man.
Like he was like, you know what I mean, like.
Man, you know what? It was pretty bad. I used to see a lot of shit because a lot of friends of mine used to be security guards. To be honest, a lot of the times it was the patrons that would start the shit. And they'd just be fucking... I actually had a brawl at Terrigal once. At Sirens. Do you remember Sirens nightclub?
No.
Did you ever go to Sirens?
No, never.
You literally walk up like fucking 15, 20 steps. And it's just a club upstairs. And there's a balcony. And mate, we had a fucking mad all-in brawl. Me and a mate and...
Really?
Yeah,
all-in proper brawl brawl?
Proper brawl.
Oh, that's awesome. I've always wanted to do that.
There was dead set.
Break a chair on someone's head and like...
I'll tell you the story.
That's fucking awesome.
So I'm standing... it was me and a friend of mine.
That's fucking rad.
And there was 4 security guards. There was one on the back door.
And you were friends with the security guards?
Yeah, not all of them. Just like 1 or 2 of them I was good friends with. The rest I wasn't too familiar with. My best mate at the time, well, he's still my best mate actually. It was him inside the club. There was one guy on the back door, 2 on the front door. I'm standing there on the dance floor. I've literally just gone and gotten a drink. And I look to my left and I've seen my mate's pinned like this, with 2 guys pinning, and there's a guy standing there punching him. I just I don't know what comes over me. I just see red, man. I just start grabbing people and just boom, start going, man, literally. Anyways, the memory's not the best for us because it's been a while.
No, because you black out like that.
Yeah,
and you start fucking swinging.
Yeah, they started swinging, man.
Well, it sucks when people are picking on someone.
Yeah, well, fuck, I don't know what happened. I just saw my mate pinned by 2 dudes and there's a guy hitting him. So anyways, I actually remember a guy's got me, not like a rear naked choke, but he sort of pinned my arm above my head and he's got his hand around like here, but he's got me pretty tight. And I can hear my mate saying, drop it. And I'm going, what the fuck? He's going, drop it. And he punches some dude and the guy's holding a fucking bottle. He's about to bottle me. Anyways, from there, I just remember scrapping, man. It was full on. The seckies ended up coming from downstairs up. It was just on, man. It was probably about 15 guys. And we were just, I don't even know how it started. It just started going. I just started seeing people and boom, the owner of the club's in there. He's throwing punches. It was fucking full on. Anyways, fucking go downstairs. Everyone's fucked up, man. I'm fine. Nothing's ripped. My knuckles are a bit swollen, bit of blood and shit.
Swollen knuckles, that's pretty standard.
Nothing fucking else, man. I'm alright. I'm fine. Oh, fuck, didn't take too many hits. I'm standing. Fucking, yeah. That was like bottles, people just throwing, man. It was full on. Everybody you see is just, you can't, because it's a nightclub, the lights are dark, you're just seeing it's like you're swimming in the air, just
One of my good homies that I used to tree lop for is like my stepbrother. He's not my stepbrother, but he's like my weirdo stepbrother kind of in nature. He's a little thrash machine, but I'm from North Narrabeen, right?
Oh fuck, you're way up there.
And North Narrabeen's like a very notorious surf hotspot of like hot heads. It's one of probably the more notorious, along with Maroubra. Every season, full of, it's like it was when I was growing up. It was like super like working class on the northern beaches. And anyways, my friend, he's from North Narrabeen. He's a tree lopper. He's pretty tough dude. Like he's not like he's a good fighter.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Anyways, he was walking down. I think it was not Crown Street. Might have been Oxford, or it was It might have been the top of William Street.
Yeah, with the cross.
I don't know. It was either the top of the William. I think it might have been the top of William Street.
Yeah.
Anyways, he's walking down the road. Anyways, it might have. And anyways, no, it was the top of Oxford Street actually. And he's walking down the road, and he looks as he walks past. It's like 4:00 in the morning, and he ended up getting locked up for this. And he's walking down the road at the top there, and he looks to the side, and he sees 3 guys beating the shit out of a dude that was unconscious. Right?
Wow.
Okay, so he runs over to see what's going on. It's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And then they turn around, and one of them's like, they're like all Lebo dudes.
Yeah.
And they look at him.
They're like,
they hunt in packs, man. They hunt in packs.
I'm on my own tonight.
Anyways, I'm on my own tonight. Anyway, so homie fucking, the guy goes him, the big one, and he side dances and knocks him out. He's just got the punch, right?
Yeah.
He's a thrash machine. Like, you wouldn't want to meet him in a dark alley. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And anyway, and then the second guy goes him, and he knocks him out too.
Yeah.
They have a scuffle, and then he knocks him out. And he's a trained boxer and stuff, so he's a pretty good fighter.
Knows his shit, yeah.
And anyways, and then the third guy fucks off and goes and just disappears, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, the cops came, and they arrested him because he said that he knocked all of them out.
Oh, why?
Boy, the guy, because his 2 mates are knocked out, and the guy that they were beating
the guy that did the run.
The guy that did the runner.
Oh, motherfucker.
So anyway, my friend gets locked up, right?
No way.
No bullshit. This guy gets locked up because it was near there's those news agencies and there's those apartments up the top.
Narrabeen?
No, this is in King's Cross.
Sorry.
You know what I'm talking? Do you understand?
Yeah, I know exactly.
Going down the hill, I think it's Oxford Street. I'm pretty sure. Going down the hill.
Oxford or William?
I don't. I'm a bit vague.
Yeah, okay.
But there's like the apartments upstairs.
Yeah,
right?
you're right. Sorry, I sort of drifted back to.
Yeah. Anyway, so the cops arrest him and he gets put in lockup, and they were going to get him for assault, right?
Yeah.
And some other shit.
Yeah.
And they're all tested. The guys wake up. They're like, don't know. You know what I mean? Like he thinks he's fucked, and all he's done is beat a good Samaritan, right? Yeah. Anyways, he's in the holding cell, and this old lady that lives across the road, like upstairs in those apartments that I was talking about.
I saw it.
She was putting her fucking laundry out, and she saw what happened.
Wow.
And so she went, because she saw the cops arrest him. He saved the guy's fucking life.
Yeah,
the guy might have died.
Yeah,
you know?
fuck.
And and then the chick fucking testified for him.
Wow.
And he got off, and
No
then
way.
they all got charged.
Fucking oath.
She fully saw, and obviously she lives. No one's gonna lie for you randomly like that.
Yeah, no, of course. Especially an old lady, like that's mad. That's a good story.
But imagine that he's a fucking good guy to do that.
Man, that's crazy. I know exactly you're talking about that culture though. That was sort of what it was like in Terrigal at the time, because at the time the Cronulla
People
riots.
just get bored.
Yeah, but Cronulla riots were still fresh in everyone's mind, so it was like sort of us versus them mentality sort of thing, and that's another reason. It was sort of man, and a lot of the actually a few weeks later we had to go back there, and the lifeguards were having a Christmas party there.
Yeah.
And we're going, fuck, I'm not doing this, man.
Did you live up there on the Central Coast?
No. He used to work there, man, for work as a security
you
guard.
used to go up there?
Yeah, we used to go for the night. Yeah, I was young, man. I was like 18, 19, and was fucking nothing else to do. We'd go for a drive. Me and a mate would go.
Only takes an hour.
Yeah, it's not too far. Terrigal's good, man. Terrigal's close. I love Terrigal. But yeah, no, it was at the time it was pretty weird. Those fucking riots made it put a lot of people off, I guess. Sort of created like a divider. You know what I mean? And there was always there was sort of this tension ever since that fucking thing. You know how the whole thing started? Legit, you know how it started?
How?
The riots were amplified by the media, which cracked out a story the next day about this whole thing that the lifeguards got bashed. I watched this documentary on SBS, and it was a guy who was the acting senior lifeguard on that day. And
we're at Maroubra.
Yeah, no, at wherever it was, Cronulla. And he said he saw the whole thing, and he said it was 2 guys that had a scrap, a one-on-one scrap. There was no knives, no guns, it wasn't a gang fight, nothing like that. It was a guy and a lifeguard that so happened to be a lifeguard got into an argument, scrapped, and it was done. And the media actually took it, and they showed the article the next day in the paper, and it was something like gang of Middle Easterns bash lifeguard or something like that, man, and it set people off like fuck. Were you here in Sydney at the time?
Yeah, I was in Sydney,
Yeah,
and
fuck.
I know people that were there and were involved.
Oh shit, no way.
Involved in
All
it.
right, now tell me then. Fuck.
Well, no, I don't want to get. I'm not going to rat on anyone, but I've heard some crazy stories. Of
Like,
people.
was it a full on?
Well, I've heard it was some pretty crazy stuff went down at the train station. Again, I don't.
But is this the initial
This is all
incident?
Chinese whispers stuff. I just know I had a couple of friends that were there,
Yeah, right.
causing shit.
Because this doco just
I haven't seen the doco, so I know exactly what you're talking about, though.
Yeah, it was pretty
I'm gonna have one more beer.
pretty full on. Yeah, go for it.
Have one beer every hour. Is that alright?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, it was a
Is that alright for you?
yeah, go for it. Yeah.
What are you gonna say? We're talking here some interesting shit.
It is, man. It was a weird time in Sydney. It was a really weird time in Sydney when all that shit went down. I think the biggest thing for me was like feeling that tension because I'm fucking Lebanese, right? But up born here, obviously.
Christian Lebanese?
Yeah, Christian Lebanese.
Yeah, there's a little bit. Again, I'm not going to talk on record about that stuff. I don't.
Yeah, mate. There's bad seeds in every pocket, whichever way you look at it. But the strange thing was just how it was sort of perceived that because you're Middle Eastern, that's it. You know, and it actually created this separation, which was sad because up until that point there was none of it. Like Arabs were on the beach all the time, fucking cranking the barbecues, you know. And the fucking man, it was bad. We got pretty full on. It was fucking the bikies meeting up with bra boys and fucking all. And that's this doco sort of talks a lot about all that shit too. But it was just it was a lot of fucking things that went on. Just
people are just bored.
Yeah, I guess they were, man. It was just weird at the time. It was just very hate fueled.
It's not like real riots. Real riots is like
like the LA riots.
The LA riots were
Fuck.
probably pretty
Bring the
crazy.
mic up.
But the really crazy riots are like the Parisian riots.
The Parisian riots?
Oh, and Paris is fucking gnarly, dude.
Yeah. And Hong Kong, man. Hong Kong's going off now.
That Hong Kong is going off. Bit of a similar probably reason. But in Paris, in France, right? Like I've grown up in France. I've grown up in Switzerland. I've spent a lot of time there. The French, like, they're a fucking passion-driven race, right? In France, if you kill someone, if you come home and you find your lover, whether it's your wife or if my chick found me fucking another girl, and she killed me in a rage, it's a crime of passion. You can only go to jail for 6 years for that in France. So it's like a totally different kind
6
of
years.
That's something.
But he's
like
taken a life.
It doesn't. It's a crime of passion. Like, it might not be 6 years, but it's like something really small.
Life. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's a crime of passion. They talk about it. But anyways,
fuck the passion.
But the difference between America and France is, right, the French government is scared of the French people. Like those Parisian riots, those fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Cars getting overturned, like cop cars.
I've seen it, man.
Like,
they're just going
like
nuts.
really crazy.
Yeah.
There's favelas in Paris, man. Paris is a gnarly fucking city, man.
Yeah, I avoided it when I went to Paris.
No, Paris is cool.
I went to Nice.
It's kind of dirty. It's not as nice as Venice. I don't really like.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't as good. I don't know. I prefer Nice. Nice was nice.
Nice is beautiful.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, beautiful. And you're right in the middle. Went to Monte Carlo. Ended up in Italy by accident. Driving, man, and just sort of crossed the border by mistake. It was fucking...
Italy's nice, man.
Beautiful.
I love fucking northern Italy.
Yeah. I only went to Amalfi, man.
Italy's
Amalfi Coast
is...
is...
fucking tastic.
Another planet, man. Another planet.
Dude, we had a crazy night there. In Milan, right?
Yeah.
They have this dating culture that, like, you have to spend, like, 3 or 4 months courting the woman and spend like shitloads and shitloads of money on her, right? It's like,
like a prostitute?
No. This is normal dating culture in Milan, right? This is what my friend from Milan. It's a really unique place, and I've never seen so many hot chicks in my whole life. And I thought Parisian women were steezy.
Yeah.
You see them on the metro, and you're like, damn, like straight off the fucking Yves Saint Laurent catwalk, like in the fucking metro, like whoa, like hell fucking chic French, like. You know what I mean? Like just like gobsmack hot, right? Yeah. In fucking Milan, it was fucking ridiculous. oh my god, it was ridiculous.
I can imagine.
Russia was pretty amazing as well, but different kind of swagger. Italian women got that fucking, like, they know they're hot and they're all steezed out and just the most fucking beautiful. They just look beautiful. Everything about them is immaculate.
Yeah, they're a nice people. They're a nice culture,
well,
man.
just that,
Italians.
especially that northern Italian. They're the hot ones.
Which part of the north?
North of Torino,
Okay.
like that, or that Torino, Milan to Torino, like to the Swiss border kind of thing.
Yeah, nice.
And we had this one fucking. We went out there, and my little brother rocks up, and he's in full party mode, and he's like orders 10 shots of tequila, and does 10 shots, and then that other chick that I was talking to you about that I know Seamus through, she's gone off and hooked up with some big black dude.
Yeah.
And anyways, the whole club looked like every guy in there, Kanye West was like their god.
Yeah.
Because when we rocked up to Milan, right, I was going to go link up with one of my friends that I knew from LA that had moved back to Milan, who's he does audio engineering for video games.
Yeah.
So he did like Ratchet and Clank. He did that whole soundtrack. And he
Oh,
does
wow.
scores and shit. He's my friend Pierre. Anyways, he's a bit of a little bitch, and well, he got fucking hair plugs. So you know, like he come on, kind of dude gets fucking hair plugs.
Hair plugs? What the fuck's what's
You
a hair
get hair
plug?
plugs in your head. Anyway, so we go out this night in Milan, and we go to this fucking nightclub, and I googled where do supermodels hang out on a fucking Tuesday night, or it might have been Wednesday night, right? I was like, and so I went through the fucking TripAdvisor and all this shit, and I went on these couple of forums and stuff, and that's how I found out about the dating culture, about what I was talking about. And then I did more research into that because I'm sitting in the car for a couple of hours, right?
Yeah.
And so we go out, and my brother Jan just gets fucking blacked out, and then Dab and Nick, fucking anyways. Fucking Dabbernick, who's Dominic, drunk ass bitch. That's what we call a Dab.
Oh, okay.
So she's fucking gets white girl wasted and hooks up with dude. Like, and she's hot too, so she gets a lot of it. It was fucking hilarious night. Anyway, so she's with the black dude, and then we're trying to we end up having to leave, and we're trying to get her away, and all this fucking shit happens. And I was black. I don't know what I did. I was with my brother. I don't think I did 10 shots, but maybe I did 5.
Yeah.
And then hung out with a few girls and yada, yada, yada. Anyways, the next day I wake up, I had a suit jacket with me that I was wearing, right? And I put it down on the side of the stage because it was too hot, right? Yeah. So I fucking, I picked up the wrong suit jacket.
Yeah.
Anyways, the next morning, I look in my suit, I look in the pocket, and it's some fucking like Sudanese guy, like a black dude, and he's got his fucking ID and a bag of weed.
No way. Oh, yes.
So we get to find a shitty fucking Italian fucking, you know, like it was dirt weed, but it was still fucking pot, right?
Yeah.
And so I had a little bit. I had like an eighth, and we smoked in Milan, and then we went to I think we were in Torino for a day. Anyways, but then we get to Venice, right? But I didn't find it until we got to Venice, and I was just running out of weed, and then I look in the pockets. I don't steal. I've stole a pair of sunglasses, and then 10 minutes later I got fucking arrested in America because of karma. It wasn't called. It's like, I think karma's like.
How'd you get arrested? How'd you get caught?
How did I get arrested?
Yeah, how'd you get caught?
Oh, they pulled us over for doing an illegal left turn, and I got done for 2 grams of pot, and I got locked up for 4 hours in lockup in Summit County and Park City. I was on my way. We were at Walmart.
They caught you for the glasses?
No, they didn't catch me for the glasses at all. It was just karma because I don't steal. So I was doing something that was incongruent with who I am as a person. So if you're a bad person and you do bad shit, you're not necessarily going to get bad karma because your energy is in congruence with what you're acting on.
Interesting. What do you mean? So if you're a bad person doing bad things, you can't just.
Well, I don't know. This is just a theory. We don't even. Karma might not even exist.
I'm open to talk.
But I think that if you're a bad person and you do bad shit, you might not. You're probably less inept to getting bad karma on you because it's in congruence with your natural energy. So whenever I whenever I get too cocky, or like I'm killing it with women, or I'm just doing good. Yeah. And then I'll be a cunt, and I'll act like a fucking arrogant prick. Yeah. And be like, hey, do you know who I am? Or like do something dumb, or fucking be a prima donna, or whatever the fuck it is that you do as a dumb human. Yeah. the universe will fucking spank me. Like something
happens, yeah.
I'm just a goofy motherfucker. So not all the time, but sometimes I'll do dumb shit because I'm stoned or drunk or not real dumb, but just like whatever. Fall over on your head.
As you do.
As you do. Everyone's fucking spastic, really, probably in the end. But yeah, that's what
There's
I
a little
kind
bit
of
of that
think.
in
That's what I
everyone.
kind of think.
Yeah.
Karma is like I think it's whatever's natural,
Yeah.
Again, I don't know.
I think karma sort of plays into reap what you sow. It's almost do good to
that's
others.
That's the same thing. That's the Christian Bible version of it.
Same thing, right?
And then probably
there's all same sort of connections, just pronounced differently.
Well, it all relates back to Heliopolis, and then obviously ancient Samaria, Mesopotamia, the Anunnaki originally, way back in the day.
I don't know if I don't want to go back that far, but or you can if you want, but.
I'm just the only other obsession. Excuse me. It's the only other obsession that I have other than women, and I was skiing. Obviously, is ancient history and.
Yeah, see, I didn't get into history too much. I love it, but I didn't go as far as you have, sir. That's sort of.
It's like my pet.
You mentioned that last time. You're into the history stuff. That's good. History's good.
I just get stoned and watch documentary after documentary after.
I got to put Attenborough when I'm stoned.
Who?
Attenborough, mate, the one and only David Attenborough.
Oh, David Attenborough, yeah.
Attenborough.
I thought you said Attenborough.
Attenborough, yeah, my mate Attenborough. No, yeah, mate, put him on and watch. That's incredible. The filming they get, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, but fuck, man, we've been going for a while. You want to?
Or should we wrap?
We should wrap, man. We'll do it again, but you're off to Dubai in the morning too. You got a fucking early flight.
Yeah, an early flight at we got to be there at like 4 a.m.
Yeah, mate.
Well, and then, but yeah, it was fun to shoot the shit.
It was.
Thanks
for doing this.
Yeah, no worries. So how long are you gonna do? What's your plan with this podcast?
Mate, just wherever it takes me.
That's a good way.
There are no limitations because I'm in control. So whatever the fuck I want to do, I'm doing, which is good.
And it's good to create content for like a lot of people. Like I get caught up a lot on like the creating content. It was especially when I was a skier. You shoot photos to get into a magazine, or you film to get into your video part or whatever like that. And then it evolves now. I make documentaries and you make a piece of content or whatever, and you're doing it for views and likes and the whole point of it originally was just to do it for the sake of doing it because you enjoyed doing it.
Yeah, I understand. Well, this part, man, I'm enjoying this. I love it. It's actually a big passion of mine. I think the universe will take you further in life if you don't want something that bad and you just do it. Yeah. Because you seem like you listen to a lot of people that talk about where they got, and a lot of like Joe Rogan, right? Exactly what happened. I just did it.
Well, look, you built this whole studio. You've taken the initiative to do something.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And not many people do that, obviously.
Yeah. No, I know. Now it's just getting the people in. That's the next piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how podcast culture has evolved. There's a podcast for everything now.
Literally. There literally is. Even the radio stations are putting their shit on podcasts, so you have to listen to the ads.
Well, yeah, but aren't they like extracurricular, like extras? Like I think that a lot of them are like extra podcasts, aren't they? Like they actually.
No, so if you like Kyle and Jackie O, for example,
they don't have their own podcast. It's just
the station.
Just the station.
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's kind of
the one we did with Rodney.
Yeah.
Was pretty much the only thing he's done outside the radio. Like I'm pretty confident he doesn't really do podcasts or anything like that. Kyle's a fucking funny dude.
Yeah,
he's a funny dude.
He smokes a lot of pot.
He does. We got pretty stoned before. He didn't smoke. He rocked up. He was fucking cooked already. We got stoned with his. He's
an interesting cat, that guy. I think he had a pretty crazy upbringing, eh?
Yeah, he did. He talked a little bit about it. Talked about his brother a bit.
Yeah, I've never read his book or whatever.
Neither did I. But he's a good guy, man. Honestly, he's cool.
I've met him a couple of times. He was always nice. I only met him briefing and very passing.
Yeah. Anyways, man, you want to let's have
a wrap. Thanks
wrap it up. We'll do it again.
for hanging out.
Thank you, man.
Peace.